everybody, welcome back to our channel. We're the Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And here's our non-spoiler review for the live-action Aladdin. Aladdin is directed by Guy Ritchie and stars Mena Massoud as Aladdin, Will Smith as the Genie, and Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine. So if you guys have seen the trailers for Aladdin, I would say those are okay. Yeah. Those trailers are okay, but going in and seeing this on the big screen, it's a very different kind of an experience. We both grew up with the original animated Aladdin from 1992, and I was like obsessed with those animated Disney movies like The Little Mermaid, the trifecta, I guess.
Yeah,
my trifecta,
Aladdin,
not like, you know, Aladdin, Little Mermaid, and Beauty and the Beast, and then we can later on count in Lion King. But like I grew up just around these animations and these stories, so I had a lot of nostalgia attached to Aladdin, and you guys saw in the trailer reaction when I saw Whole New World, I basically busted up in tears. When he said, "Do you trust me?" I was like, it's like the same! So my only worry with this movie was the director, Guy Ritchie. I didn't feel that his style exactly fit Aladdin.
Yeah, nor did like any of his previous films really kind of fit with this. I mean,
some parts of his style fits Aladdin, but it's a very small part. Aladdin is a fantastical story about a street rat living in Agrabah, falls in love with a princess, and goes on a journey to find the magic lamp and supposed to give it to Jafar. You guys know the story. I don't know why I'm trying to recap it. If you haven't seen Aladdin from 1992,
you shouldn't be watching this trailer.
Yeah, you should turn this off and just go watch Aladdin and do yourself a favor. So, let's just talk about the leads. Let's talk about Mena Massoud as Aladdin. I thought he had the perfect look, the perfect voice, and he did the character justice. It was the Aladdin that I wanted. It was the Aladdin that I saw play out on screen. I really don't have a lot to complain about what he got to work with. So now we gotta talk about Will Smith as the Genie. I know we saw the trailer. A lot of people didn't like it. Some people liked it. It was a little divisive. We all know, I think the issue was that everybody was worried that it's not gonna be as good as Robin Williams, or he's gonna be trying too hard to be like Robin Williams. And we have both said that, one, you can't try and be like Robin Williams. It's not possible. He was a very unique performer, a unique individual, super uber talented. And from what we saw in the trailers, we were like, oh, it looks like Will Smith is going to be making it in his own. And I feel like, in my opinion, when I watched it, I really do feel that Will Smith made it his own. He didn't try. Yes, there were some of the same jokes.
Yeah, true.
It wasn't the same energy as Robin Williams.
Well, it's also very difficult to match Robin Williams' energy because that's pretty much what he's known for. But I think Will Smith did do a pretty good job on bringing, you know, his charisma, his personality to the Genie. I actually think I like him more, though, when he was actually like Will Smith, when he was not blue.
I agree.
But there were some parts that I did really like that he did that was fun. I do think when he was kind of dressing Aladdin to be Ali was really fun, but most of it, he's actually more not blue than blue, I think.
Yeah, and I kind of prefer, well, because he's got to blend in. It's not really a spoiler, but he's, I mean, even in the animation, Genie also was, when they did the Prince Ali stuff, he also wasn't always blue. He, you know, was a lot of different characters. So, okay, so the Genie, great, fine. The blue thing I wanted to point out, I remember seeing the trailer and I didn't like, because I thought the face wasn't quite done right, and then when he moved it was weird, and I still kind of felt that honestly when I watched it.
Yeah.
Less noticeable.
Yeah, because there's a lot more other stuff usually going on around.
And it's more finished.
Yeah.
But I still was a little bit like, it's not quite right. So we... a little bit, yeah. I really want to talk about Princess Jasmine, played by Naomi Scott. Wow, what a powerhouse. What a talented actress who can do literally everything.
Yeah, she sang incredibly well. She acted incredibly well, and she's fierce.
Yes.
I have to admit, they did a really good job on making Princess Jasmine just a fierce character.
Yeah, I think they definitely, overall, and we'll come back to Naomi in just a second, but overall, this movie, they had some changes. They added some changes. They made some updates to kind of fit 2019 as opposed to 1992. Also, this is live action versus animation, so there's a lot of jokes and things like that you can get away with in animation. Back in '92, there's some that people are a little bit more sensitive about. So they made certain changes. I like what they did with Jasmine, although I will say this: the 1992 Jasmine, she's also pretty fierce and you know, and she's told off Jafar, and she's kind of like, oh, this suitor, I don't want him. Who is he? Not impressed easily. Her tiger after these suitors. So, yes, this is a little bit more of a modern, using air quotes because it's not like she's saying, hey, what's up? I'm just saying modern, like more updated.
Even though the dialogue did kind of have on occasion that kind of feel to it.
A little bit.
And a little bit also with the dancing, too.
A little bit.
It was a little modernized.
Yeah.
But still, overall, I thought it passed, and it still it didn't like pull me out of it.
Yeah, I think Jasmine really is, and I know the movie's called Aladdin, and he really was great. Like, I think, honestly, perfect casting. But Naomi Scott really just blew, her performances blew me out of the water. The song performances is fantastic. There are a couple of new songs. Jasmine has a couple of songs, and she's saying both beautifully and very powerful as well. So it's not like it's not like a very soft type. It really matched her persona.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say. And then I guess we can talk about musical numbers. There is, Your One Jump, Your Friend Like Me, Prince Ali, A Whole New World. I think my favorite, I can't choose, but they're both Genie songs.
Yeah,
it's Friend Like Me and Prince Ali. I really like both. I think I like Friend Like Me, just because they're in the Cave of Wonder, and that's when the genie was doing all the poof, poof, poof magic. A lot of here and there, and which is what they did in animation. It was so much easier to do, so much easier to accomplish, but I think they did a pretty good job.
I think my favorite, Friend Like Me was a good song. I think my favorite, though, I'm actually just the opposite. Those two are probably my favorite, but I think Prince Ali hit me a little bit better. For some reason, I liked the tone, I liked the singing a little bit better, and I think I was also expecting a little bit more. I don't know the expectation of wanting Robin Williams kind of Friend Like Me.
You're never gonna get it
and,
unless you watch the original.
Will Smith's singing is also completely different. His style is usually more
a little bit more hip hop.
Yeah, a little bit more hip hop, a little bit more kind of like not really like trained vocals.
Correct. Well,
but
he raps.
Yeah, it's more rap kind of like more character to the voice instead of actually having like that technical training kind of a thing. So it took a little bit of time for me to get into it, but by the time I got around to Prince Ali, I was used to it and I was kind of knowing what to expect. So that could also be it.
Yeah.
So, but I liked them. All of the musical numbers were really good.
I think my least favorite, I gotta call out One Jump. Which is the one I was looking forward to the most, because the one that starts the movie, well, it's not really the one that starts the movie, because they have the Arabian Nights one that really starts, but the one that introduces you to our hero, Aladdin, and the performance was fine. It's really the filmography, the cinematography that kind of bothered me. It's very stylized, it's very Guy Ritchie, it has some like speed ramping, GoPro shot. I really didn't mind the GoPro, it was so little that I didn't mind it, but it was like speed ramping that took me out of that moment. When you're in that musical moment, you want to stay in it, you want to stay wide, and you want it to look good, and it was like pretty tight, and the weird speed, you guys, when you see it, you'll get it, because it's out like now, and didn't love it. Didn't love that choice at all.
Yeah, honestly, I'd have to say the songs that are at the very beginning in Act 1 are the ones that probably have the most trouble. I think the ones that are in Act 2 are the best, and then Act 3 are just a little bit better than Act 1.
Let's talk about probably both of our least favorite part from the movie, which was Jafar. So before we get into it, I understand why they made Jafar, younger, and they changed up his origin just a little bit, and I actually like that a lot. So he is still the Sultan's vizier, and is that right? The advisor, vizier? Sure, we're just gonna call it that.
Or something like that.
If it's wrong, people are gonna correct me in the comments. So they're probably already like, yeah, she's wrong. But Jafar in the original, you know, is this evil, creepy man, mustache, twisty beard. And in this one, a little bit younger, definitely more of a con man angle. And I really did like that a lot. It's just that something about all his lines and the delivery just didn't work for me because I felt like it didn't match the other characters.
Yeah, he kind of had this inferiority complex that just didn't quite sell. You know, he was like, I can't be number 2, kind of a thing. And it's kind of a little childish the way they kind of play it off.
Yeah.
And I felt like, you know, the original Jafar just had a much stronger bass.
Well, yeah, it's Jonathan Freeman in that voice.
Yeah.
Probably does it. And it's not really so much the acting. I mean, I think he did the best he could with what he was given. A lot of the delivery just didn't land for me, and which was unfortunate because, like, Jafar was one of the favorite villains. One of the great villains. On the flip side, I really liked the Sultan in this movie.
Yeah, they didn't make him so dim-witted.
Yeah, in the original, he's like, ooh, I'm distracted by toys, and, you know, Polly wants a cracker, and all that stuff, and this guy was like a true, you know, leader of his city, and loves his daughter, loves his land, and things like that. So when Jafar, towards the end of the movie, I don't know why I'm trying to like not spoil it. I feel like really people have seen it.
Yeah.
But towards the end, that part, I really felt like the Sultan, it was more meaningful.
Yeah.
You know, when that conflict arose. What else do I want to talk about? Oh my gosh, the handmaiden.
Oh yeah.
So Jasmine has a handmaiden. Her name is Dahlia in the movie, and she is just great comic relief. Great comic relief, and
it's some really cute moments.
Yeah, and it's because she really couldn't talk to her tiger, and the tiger wouldn't be animated in that sense. Where the cartoon, you know, Raja was very animated, and basically has so many facial expressions that he could convey a message. And I think part of the reason why they added that is so there's a little bit of like playfulness back and forth between her and Jasmine, which I loved seeing.
And I also liked the relationship between Genie and the handmaiden, which I thought was really cute.
Yeah.
And also how it kind of mirrored a little bit of Jasmine and Aladdin at the beginning.
And I think that's kind of what they were going for. So it's kind of like two duos in the movie. Though they didn't really take the spotlight away from Jasmine and Aladdin, if you will. And I think, is that it? Have we covered everything? Dance numbers are great. I didn't really touch on those. They're great. You'll have so much fun watching it. Overall, this movie is, to me, a lot of fun to watch. Is it better than the original? I will say no. Are there parts that I really, really liked and new additions that I enjoyed? Absolutely yes. For example, Naomi Scott. Cast her in everything. She's great. And let's give our rating.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Oh, so I'm going to give this a matinee it. Because I think it's still a movie that you really need to see in the theaters because of the big numbers, because of the cool CGI, and it's really fun to see in a theater. So if you get a chance, go and matinee it.
For my rating, I'm going to give it a check it out. They got me with the nostalgia. They got me with the pretty costumes and the set pieces. The songs are pretty good. The updated rendition are pretty good. I still have, you know, like the original is still my #1, but this is entertaining and fun and very charming, and it should be seen on the big screen, so I will say, check it out.
Yeah. And Will Smith's charisma pretty much sells it.
I mean, when is he not charming?
Exactly. It's Will Smith.
This is true. Well, you guys, that's it for this non-spoiler review of Aladdin. We will put a full-on spoiler one out once the movie is out in theaters, so you can come watch that on our Patreon, and we will see you there. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You can catch us on social media at Wendy Lee Zaney, at The Movie Couple, and we'll see you next time. Bye.